Hey everyone, welcome back to Meet the Experts. I'm Mariella Pepin, your host, and today our expert is...
My name is Ella Shin. I'm an aesthetic nurse injector. I have been in the industry for about 4 years now. I've been a nurse for 10. In a past life, I was a trauma nurse. And so when you come into my chair, you're going to get that holistic experience.
Amazing. Okay, I love that. Well, thank you. So Ella, today we're talking about tox, but more specifically, how tox needs to be done in a way that gives you a balanced look, right?
Yes.
How do we achieve that?
So I oftentimes feel as though people come in and the first thing they say to me is, I do not want to look frozen. Well, that isn't the goal for me. I don't want you to look unnatural. That is the word I think we need to replace frozen with, because frozen is kind of a term as to movement not being natural, right? However, the whole point that you're sitting in the chair is to make sure that you're not indenting those lines caused by movement, right? We're not here to make you look unnatural. We're here to make sure that you look harmonious, which means you have to place this Botox correctly and effectively and the right amount.
And in the right places.
In the right places, right? To get a harmonious treatment. However, being frozen, people can say like, hey, I look kind of stiff, or hey, I just like am moving differently. And that's usually because people are not treating holistically or treating all the areas they need to be treated, right?
Okay, so let's get into that a little bit, because we were just before this chatting about how so many people focus on just the upper half of the face, but to create that harmony, you got to also kind of include the lower half of the face.
Right. And there are so many cute little muscles in our upper face that also take over when we just treat those three big ones. When people come in for the first time, they're really concerned about one of the three areas of the glabella that forms those famous 11s, the frontalis, which creases when we raise up our eyebrows and makes our makeup lines worse, right? And then our crows. However, there's other muscles that are involved that can take over if we relax everything. If we relax all three of those muscles. There's the bunny lines that can actually wake up that maybe weren't present prior to you relaxing everything next door. So in relation, then maybe someone might say, hey, I'm like moving differently, or hey, this looks frozen or unnatural. Well, it might look unnatural compared to your bunny lines that are just full on moving around, right? And then same thing with the different hemispheres of the face. So we come in, and Botox cosmetic was really only indicated for the upper face until recently, right? As a certified nurse practitioner, I'm able to make those decisions to ensure that I'm treating you safely and effectively with the medication in off-label uses, right? So recently, we did get a lower indication for the neck for Botox. However, we've been treating the lower face for years. And oftentimes, I catch people that have been getting Botox for years. Say a gal in their 50s started maybe 20 years ago when Botox Cosmetic came out. And she has been anti-aging for so long in just the upper face, right? And now we have this discrepancy of maybe this 50-year-old gal, she looks 45 up here and 85 down here because not only has she been anti-aging this whole time, but she's been neglecting this lower half, not anti-aging. And we move so much more purposely down here.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, we're talking all day, drinking, eating, laughing, smiling, all the things.
Right. And we're not being as forceful with our foreheads while doing that, right?
Exactly.
So that being said, if you form a long-term relationship with an injector, you want to make sure that you're aging harmoniously, right? And so when people say, hey, I just want this treated, well, you should really listen to like maybe what will look more natural is if you actually add more areas. Saying that, hey, I only want to do 30 units today may actually lead to you feeling or looking more unnatural. So when I say, hey, if today to treat your whole face, we're gonna need close to 100 units, that's a lot of face to cover, and we need that medicine to be effective enough and dosed appropriately enough to to cover all those muscles.
Yeah.
Because again, we don't want her to anti-age and her not to, and then you look weird.
Right.
Like that is how you end up looking weird.
I've seen some photos where people have done that because this has become a little bit more prevalent now, I think, where people are starting to realize like, oh, I've been getting the tox up here almost my entire adult life and not doing anything down here, and now they mismatch, which is not the cutest. But the good news is that you can start treating all of it early, and then hopefully they kind of age or not age together, kind of on the same pace.
100%. And that is the whole point, is that we don't want to be afraid about units and numbers being too high. We want to actually be afraid of us underdosing you and the medication not actually working.
Yeah.
The medication only partially working, and then you also not getting longevity that you paid for.
Yeah. Longevity is a big point because I remember like a little while ago, baby Botox was a thing, and like only getting a little bit of Botox or like underdosing really is what it is.
Yes.
And then people complain that it doesn't last as long.
Right, absolutely. It's like if I were to prescribe 2 Advil for you to knock out your headache for 8 hours, if I gave you only half an Advil, would it knock out your headache and would it last 8 hours?
No.
So we need to apply that because this is still a prescription medication. We still need to apply that sense of medicine to Botox, even though it's fun medicine, right?
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. When you are sitting in the chair, ask about your lower face, even your neck. Pilates is a really big thing. You're using time over tension with those Pilates. Those little neck bands might be causing you jowls. So ask about your neck too.
Ask about the neck. Don't neglect the neck.
Don't neglect the
neck. Is the saying that we like to say around here. Well, thank you so much for being here, Ella, and thank you for watching. As always, don't forget to comment any topics you would like us to discuss on a future episode of Meet the Experts. And in the meantime, don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, all the things. Ella, before we let you go, we'd like to hear a little tidbit, a piece of advice, your life motto, something for our audience to have. What do you have to say?
Yeah, stay positive, stay fun.
That's super cute. I love that. Thank you so much. See you next time.
Bye.